Hi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Rise and Receive, your morning send off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So you'll forgive me, I seem to have a little frog just before the camera went on. Well, it's great to be back. I took a week off over the US holiday week of Thanksgiving, and it gave me some time to be, to simply be. And I'm looking forward to, I didn't plan on that, but that's actually what the card is today from the Receive card deck. So I'm looking forward to unpacking the power of simply being. And today we are going to be talking about how to invite good fortune when you just don't want to do anything. So if you feel that way, if you feel like, I just don't want to do anything, and you are struggling maybe with a sense of inertia, maybe you struggle with that feeling because you're feeling pressure to get things done. Maybe you have things that you need to get done and you don't want to, you're not feeling it. Whatever it is, or maybe this is something that isn't true for you now, but you've certainly maybe battled with it in the past. If you don't feel like doing anything, if you're struggling with that, if you'd like to know how to really make the most of what's occurring in that situation, then I think you'll enjoy today's Rise and Receive. So if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I am very passionate about teaching people the skill set of receiving. Because unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to receive. What we know instead is how to hunt, pursue, do, and work very, very hard. And many times that doesn't even produce the results that we're seeking. So what I like to offer is that if you've been working hard, if you've really been relying on that hard work ethic, and you're still waiting for your long overdue rewards, or those goals and dreams are eluding you, perhaps your opportunities to learn this very tangible skill set of receiving, which is much easier. It's very natural to us. And it's something that you can remember how to do because it's actually within you. It's been overshadowed and buried beneath this deeply ingrained hard work ethic and doing model of power that gets so validated in our culture and in this time in history. So we get to learn about the being model of power, and that actually kind of shines the light a little bit on the card that we're going to talk about today. So every morning I pull one card from my brand new Receive card deck, and I let that message inspire what I offer here at Rise and Receive. And today's card is Simply Be. Simply Be. So I'm not going to read the whole card. I'll include a link to that in the description above or below if you're on Facebook or YouTube. But I'm going to read a portion and then I'm going to unpack the message that's here. So from the card Simply Be, sit back and let these words wash over you. Be is a complete sentence. When your mind thinks, I don't know what to do, be. Simply be. When your heart hurts, I'm not enough, be. Simply be. When your body is tired, be. Simply be. Being is receiving. When you let yourself be, the wanting rests. When you are not seeking answers, when you are not trying to change the way you feel, when you are not pushing your body, when you are not grasping to keep something you have, being occurs when you allow what is to be here. So that's an excerpt. On the other video, I did a full unpacking of this card, so I'll include the link as I said before. And today's willingness mantra is this. So I invite you, if you are feeling like you don't want to do anything and you're struggling with that feeling, to take this mantra, and every time you're having that sense of I don't want to do anything, Just try it on for size. Say it to yourself, say it as often as you like, and then let the rest of today's message be something that helps you explore the opportunities here. So here's the mantra. I am willing to wake up to all of the ways that I am constantly receiving. I am willing to wake up to all of the ways that I am constantly receiving. So, simply be, and this idea of being is receiving, is really this wonderful opportunity to relate to that lack of desire to do anything in a very productive way. Because here's what happens. The reason we struggle with the feeling of, I don't want to do anything, or inertia, or pressure because we have to do a lot of things and we're just not feeling it. The reason we struggle is not because we're not doing anything. It's because we are judging ourselves for not wanting to do anything. We judge ourselves. And we judge ourselves because we have internalized, for the most part, a sense of worthiness and personal value in doing. If I do something, if I produce an outcome, if I work really hard, if I achieve, then I'm worthy. But if I don't do, then I'm not. What good am I? We have all sorts of judgments around not wanting to do anything. And it's incredibly disempowering because one of the things it does is it keeps you always striving to be enough of something, to do enough, to perform enough, to achieve enough. We think our value is in what we do. And so our value gets tied up in this really distorted idea of enoughness, which is this arbitrary illusion. It doesn't even exist. If you really stop to think about it, how do you know when enough is enough? How do you know when you're enough? Most people get caught up in this gerbil wheel of chasing enoughness through comparison. We're always comparing ourselves to other people, to the media, to the Joneses, to our neighbors. And as one of my teachers reminded me, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. And so you're always looking at what you're not, all this lack. And then on top of that, if we're not doing anything, that sure adds fuel to the fire. Now, being is what you are. You are a human being, not a human doing, not a human thinking. But in order to really come home to your natural worthiness and value, you have to be willing to see the value of being, the value of being. And so the value of being already exists within you. It's who you are, but you have to be willing to open up a space to experience that. So here's one of the concepts I want to offer today that's so powerful. So I said that the reason we suffer when we don't want to do anything is because we are judging ourselves. So what I want to do is give you two things to play with. One is the practice of suspending judgment. And the other one is a very empowering relationship to action, because we think, again, our value is tied up in what we do. But action is really simply a delivery mechanism for your consciousness, for your inner world. Okay? It's almost like action is a neutral thing. It's inert. Okay? Action doesn't produce results. It delivers who you are being in any given moment. So if you are being hard on yourself, it's going to deliver experiences that are very challenging. But if you are being kind to yourself as you take action, then life just delivers. So suspending judgment. When you find yourself being hard on yourself for not doing or not wanting to do, instead of beating yourself up, I should do this, I should do that, just notice. And you can practice yet another mantra besides today's. This is one of my favorite mantras, and it goes like this. My desire, my lack of desire to do anything, okay, so it's this thing, whatever you're judging yourself about, this thing, it's not good, it's not bad, it simply is. I remain open to the infinite good that's right here, right now. So that right away is going to relieve all kinds of pressure. So you don't feel like doing anything. You notice it. It's not good. It's not bad. It simply is. I remain open to the infinite good that's right here, right now. Okay? You don't have to talk yourself into feeling good about yourself. Just suspend judgment. So that's the first part. And then the second part is do what's in front of you. After you practice simply being, for as long as you can, for as long as that's an option, especially without the burden of judgment, just be, simply be, then you get up and you do what's in front of you, and you do what's in front of you, and you do what's in front of you. And that's it. That's how you move through your life. And so to bring this back to my hello, good morning at the very beginning, one of the things I said was that I shared I just came off of a week. I took off a week. And in that week, I noticed, as I had some time to simply be, because that was my intention, I reflected on this last year, and I realized that in this last year, I have done so much doing, I could not have even imagined it at the beginning of the year. I produced and taught 2 programs. I've got another one that's coming in January. I created a card deck. I generated over 100 videos, and there was more. I can't even remember. I generated so much stuff, so much productivity, so much doing. And yet if somebody had said to me, if I had to plan this at the beginning of the year, I would have been completely overwhelmed. But this was a year of receiving for me in every way, shape, and form. And I practiced what I preach. And every morning I'd sit, I'd be, I'd receive, I'd get up, and I'd do what's in front of me. So I did a whole bunch of doing without the judgment, without the pressure, without the stress, and I produced a whole bunch. So that's what I want to offer you. It's that as you simply be and value that, and then do what's in front of you, life makes things happen for you. It just occurs. And so with that final thought, I'm going to quote Wayne Dyer from his book, I think I got the title wrong, but it's something, Walking the Way of the Tao. Forgive me, Wayne Dyer, if I got it all wrong. But anyway, it's about the Tao Te Ching. And what he says is this: the Tao does nothing, yet leaves nothing undone. The Tao refers to the invisible life force of the universe. Okay, that is something that expresses in you, as you, through you. And when you open up a space, you can experience your beingness and the power of that moving through your life. The Tao does nothing, yet leaves nothing undone. So I hope this is a stimulating, inspiring Monday morning message. I hope it gives you some relief if you've been putting pressure on yourself for not wanting to do anything. And again, here's your mantra for the day. I am willing to wake up to all the ways that I'm constantly receiving. When you allow yourself to simply be, the space that is you becomes free of judgment, of hard work, of a lot of shoulds, and you can receive what life wants to give you next. So you simply do what's in front of you, and that will be revealed. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please like, please share, please subscribe if you are on YouTube. And if you'd like to take some next steps, I invite you to check out the links that I include. One that you can do is sign up for my brand new Receive Card Deck coming out in the new year. Go to receivecarddeck.com. And if you'd like to explore for yourself the power of creating space in your life, 15 minutes a day, check out my 30-day challenge. You will get an email every day for 30 days. 15 minutes is all it takes, and you can really tap into the power of receiving right now through creating space. That's receivechallenge.com, all one word. Have a great day, and I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.